Hi everyone, I am Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be discussing probability of successive draws. This refers to the likelihood of specific sequence of multiple events happening one after the other. Okay, there are two kinds of probability of successive draws. The first one is with replacement and another is without replacement. With replacement means we will replace or we will return that something or that object we pick or withdraw. Without replacement means we will not replace or we will not return that something or that object we pick or withdraw. Okay, let's give an example for probability of successive draws with replacement. Okay, a bag contains 3 blue balls and 7 yellow balls. Sue draws 1 ball from the bag and then U draws 1 ball afterward. Okay, we will find the probability that both students draw a blue ball. The condition is we will assume that the ball is replaced after each draw. Okay, so 3 blue balls, 7 yellow balls. So that means we have a total of 10 balls. So our first condition or our first event here is Sue draws 1 ball from the bag. Second one is U draws 1 ball afterward. So in Sue's case, total possible outcome 3 plus 7, that would be 10. What about favorable outcome? 3, because we have here 3 blue balls. In U's case, since the ball is replaced after each draw, then they have the same condition. So that means the probability in U's case is also 3 over 10. Okay, this happens at the same time. So to find the probability, then we just have to multiply these two probabilities together. So this is now 9 over 100. And take note, the condition here is the ball is replaced after each draw. Okay, now, how about if the ball is not replaced after each draw? This would not be the same probability. Okay, let's find out. In Sue's case, it's 3 over 10. What about in U's case? Ball is not replaced after each draw. So the total possible outcome in U's case would be 10 minus 1 because Sue already picked 1 ball. So we have here 9 total possible outcomes. What about favorable outcome? Okay, in Sue's case, he already picked 1 ball. Ball is not being replaced. So 3 minus 1, then we have here 2 favorable outcomes. And this happens at the same time, so we need to multiply these probabilities together to find the probability that both students draw a blue ball. So this is now equal to, okay, we have here 6 over 90, or if we will simplify, we have 1 over 15. So this is the probability that both students draw a blue ball. And the condition is the ball is not replaced after each draw. Okay, let's give another example. According to this one, a bag contains 4 white balls and 3 black balls. 1 ball is drawn from the bag and then another ball is drawn. What is the probability that balls are drawn, or what's the probability that balls drawn are white? So it's not specifically mentioned or stated here that this is with replacement or without replacement. But this question or this problem is without replacement. Okay, it's given that we have here 4 white balls and 3 black balls. So a total of 7 balls. First event is 1 ball is drawn from the bag. And then another ball is drawn. We are trying to find the probability that balls drawn are white. So, in our first event, total possible outcome would be 4 plus 3, that would be 7. What about favorable outcome? Since we have here 4 white balls, then this is 4 favorable outcomes. So 4 over 7 is our probability in our first event. Okay, now, what about in the second event? Take note, this is without replacement. So, the total possible outcome now would be 7 minus 1 since we did not return or we did not replace the ball we pick or we draw. So, total possible outcome is 6. For favorable outcome, 4 minus 1 also since we did not return or we did not replace the ball we pick or we got. So, this is now 3 over 6. So this is our probability in the second event. This happens at the same time, so we just have to multiply these two together. Okay, if we will simplify, this is 2, this becomes 3. Okay, this becomes 1, so we now have 2 over 7. So this is the probability of this problem or question. Okay, now let's answer these simple questions. The first one is, Sue and Wu take turns drawing one bead at a time from a bag containing 3 white beads and 5 black beads. Find the probability that Sue draws a white bead and Wu draws a black bead. Assume that the bead are drawn without replacement. So our first event here is Sue draws a white bead. So second event would be Wu draws black bead. We have 3 white beads and 5 black beads. So a total of 8 beads. So what would be the probability in our first event? Sue draws a white bead. So total possible outcome now would be 3 plus 5, that is 8. Sue draws a white bead. We have here 3 white beads. So favorable outcome is 3. So the probability in our first event is 3 over 8. Okay, what about in our second event? Take note, bead or beads drawn without replacement. So, in our second event, the total possible outcome now would be 8 minus 1 because we did not return or we did not replace the bead we picked or we got. So, this is 7. So, that's our total possible outcome. Okay, what about our favorable outcome? Who draws a black bead? Okay, we have here 5 black beads. So that would be favorable outcome. So we have 5 favorable outcomes. Okay, this happens at the same time. So we have to multiply these two probabilities together. Okay, and this is now equal to 15 over 56. So this is the probability for this question or problem. Okay, and for our last question, let's also answer this one. Okay, according to this, out of 15 cards, 5 are winning cards. When 2 cards are drawn consecutively, what is the probability that at least one of the cards drawn is a winning card? We will assume that the cards are drawn without replacement. So it's clearly indicated here that we have here a total of 15 cards. And 5 among those 15 cards are winning cards. Or if we were going to draw, when 2 cards are drawn consecutively, we will find the probability that at least one of the cards drawn is a winning card. Okay, we have this word, at least one of the cards drawn is a winning card. So, in here, if we have, or if we're going to draw two cards consecutively, okay, first event, second event. So if we are going to draw two cards consecutively and cards are drawn is winning card, or at least one of the cards drawn is a winning card, then the possible combination would be, so this is winning, this is another winning card. Winning, or this is not winning card. Not winning card, or this is winning card. Because according to this one, at least one of the cards drawn is a winning card. Okay, but in this case, if we are going to find the probability of each combination, it will take us long and it would be a lot of probabilities. So, we are now going to use the formula 1 minus P because we have this word at least one of the cards, or this word at least one. And this 1 minus P, or specifically this probability, is instead of finding the probability of each of this combination or each of this one, we will find the probability that the two cards are not winning cards. It would be a lot easier and it would be more simple. So, this refers to this combination of two cards. Okay, and to find this one, okay, we know that we have here 15, total of 15 cards. We have 5 winning cards. So we have 5 out of 15. So this is like the fraction for our winning cards. So 10 over 15, we have 10 not winning cards out of 15 cards. So we are going to use this 10 over 15. So for our first event, we have the probability 10 over 15. Okay, what about for our, okay, this is our first probability, 10 over 15. Okay, what about for our second event? Take note, cards are drawn without replacement. So, if we have here a total of 15 cards, without replacement would mean 15 minus 1. So, this is now 14. Okay, what about our, or total possible outcome now in our second event is 14. What about our favorable outcome? So, without replacement, so 10 minus 1, so this is now 9. So, for our second event, we have here probability is 9 over 14. This happens at the same time, so we have to multiply these two probabilities together. Okay, if we will simplify, this is 3, this becomes 5, this is 5, this becomes 7. And 5 over 5, so this is 1. So we have here 3 over 7. And this 3 over 7, this is the probability that the cards drawn are not winning cards. So this is our P. And now, to find the cards that is drawn, to find cards drawn that is winning card, we are going to subtract this 3 over 7 from 1. So we have here 1 minus 3 over 7. Then that means our probability is 4 over 7. So cards drawn is a winning card. Probability is 4 over 7.